Hello, fabulous Aries. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2018. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing month it is. Now, before I jump into this month, right, let's take a step back. Remember last month? Last month we had a blue moon. And what a blue moon is, among other things, it is the second full moon in a month. So it is a month that features two full moons. Now, next month will also be a blue moon month, which means next month we've got two full moons once again. And that means somewhere the universe has got to make up that time, and that time is now. There's only going to be one important lunar event, but it is very important, and it means a lot of attention and a lot of energy centered around a single event. Now, this is energy we're actually going to be feeling as we enter the month, and that is because as we enter the month, we are in eclipse season. The ancients like to say that eclipses and the period between eclipses was a time when the veil between the worlds was especially thin. And so the wisdom of the ancestors becomes that much more easier for us to access and use in some way, whether it is used in terms of our intention, whether it is used in terms of our own sense of what it is we desire to manifest and create more of, or just gaining wisdom and insight into our own life journey becomes that much more possible. But of course, we are leading up to the solar eclipse, a powerful solar eclipse taking place right in the middle of the month. Now, a solar eclipse is like your ordinary new moon, but what I call a jacked up new moon. And what that means is that essentially it's a new moon with about 20 times as much power. And eclipses can be very powerful. Eclipses are about aligning us with a more fated path for our lives. They're about aligning us with a more loving and wise vision and journey that we can undertake. Now, if you strive to live consciously, then eclipses can be a time of important realizations. But if you're someone who just, we all do it. Sometimes we just kind of go along as we are in our life, not necessarily cultivating a lot of awareness or consciousness, then eclipses can bring a lot of surprise. The thing is here, I think these are surprises you are going to like very much. So we've got this eclipse in the middle of the month. It's a new moon eclipse, which means new beginnings that come up that much more dramatically, that much more quickly. And for you, there are a few areas that are being touched on here. One has to do with friends and groups that you belong to. Another has to do with things like mass media. And another has to do with more fully realizing the achievements that you've had in terms of whether it's monetary value, whether it's in terms of an enriching understanding of how what you've done already with your career, now you can use to in some way begin again, financially speaking or personally speaking as well. So here we are. We've got this powerful eclipse in the middle of the month. For some of you, this is going to play out in terms of friendships and groups you belong to. This particular eclipse is happening hand in hand with Mercury and also speaking in harmony with Uranus. So this can be a time of some very dramatic new connections and new friendships. If ever there was a time for you to be active, if you will, to accept invitations, to strive to meet new people, this certainly would be it. The sky is promising some very strong karmic alliances that can open up all kinds of doors of opportunity for you immediately in some cases or in the bigger picture. Now, this can also be, as I said, with that career connection. It has to do with how what you've already achieved now bringing reward. So whether it's financial reward or otherwise. Now, I'm very much of the belief that every effort, every energy that you put out there is never in vain. In some way, the good that you sow will be reaped. Whether this is financial reward or renewed opportunity as a result of previous achievements, all of that becomes possible with this sky. And as I said, mass media is covered with this as well. So don't be surprised if someone puts a camera in your face or some opportunity. If you are on that pathway towards sharing in bigger and bigger ways, this can be the time when the opportunity to do just that, to reach the masses, may very well find you. Now, where it comes to matters of love, we've got Venus spending part of the month in this same part of the sky before moving into a part of the sky that is decidedly quiet. So we've got a few different love-related energies here. One, I spoke about last month in last month's horoscope. You might want to watch it again because you're coming into this month with an energy of flirtation and romance and openness to new love. And this very well may be facilitated by the fact that Venus is moving through for the first 10 days, part of the sky that has to do with friendships and groups that you belong to. So it could very well be that a friend is part of facilitating a love opportunity for you. As we move later into the month, the love vibe changes and becomes a lot quieter, if you will. It becomes a lot more private. And so not necessarily the time to announce to the world what is going on in terms of your love life. Definitely the time to cultivate those more private moments and see what it is that develops. For those of you who are in an established bond, I'm seeing a lot of romance as you're entering the month, a real sense of love growing under this energy. And the more that you can bring friends into the mix, especially the early part of the month, the more social things you're doing with other people, the more you will facilitate that love. As we move later into the month, it becomes about expressing your love in more private ways. The love vibe changes and it becomes about quiet, almost unspoken time with this person that you care about, and having that sense of being with a soulmate being the dominant energy. What I love about this month for you is that there's these big activities happening, right? But it's very concentrated. It's very concentrated into the middle of the month. And other people are going to be key. Whatever it is that you are wanting to do or desiring to do, this is a time to allow yourself to come out from the shadows, if you will. Not necessarily to be working on things on your own, but rather to understand that people want to help you to become the best version of yourself. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week by logging on to astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, plus daily horoscopes, daily messages as well, and early access to the monthly horoscopes. I look forward to meeting you in the superstar space. Well, thank you for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.